Hi. Hello for watching the replay. I'm actually holding this and I wonder if it's gonna get a little crazy. Maybe I should just like stand it up. What's up, Buttercup? Hello, watching the replay. If you have any questions when you watch this after, post them. I just got back from the gym. In fact, it was Zumba class. Zumba class is my favorite way. Oh, let's get the little heart in there. My favorite way to exercise. Why? Hey, Jarre. Hey, Taylor. Because I can dance around like nobody's watching. Because everybody's doing their own thing anyway. So I was realizing tonight, I've been writing today about there's some writing that's been coming through over the last couple of days as far as like inner rebel, right? And the gifts of the inner rebel. And, you know, in particular mine, I was thinking about today, it's like, man, I don't know, I was kind of in my own lane in the Zumba class, doing my own thing. I was adding moves to it because I wanted to get the best workout that I possibly could, because it's been a while since I've been to Zumba or to like a gym. You know, we had the summer, although it's November. Okay, it's almost December. I mean, it hasn't been too cold. I still hike and I still walk. Hey, Drew, I still hike and walk, and we had this, you know, summer, so it's not like I really want to be inside a gym, but I did have a really good run going at the end of last year. Well, for like a good, how long was it? Maybe it was like for a good year or so, but I was actually lifting weights. I was feeling stronger. I was noticing that it was really having a positive impact on my energy. And hey, Melissa. Hey, Bob. So I knew working out and working up a sweat and getting my heart rate going and building muscle and feeling that inner strength was really supporting me in like energetic and even emotional strength. Hi. Hey, Tish. Hey, Billy. And so what I'd realized is that, so I'm doing some personal work on myself, like taking things to the next level and taking a look at like, you know, what works for me? Like, what is my medicine? What is the thing that, I don't know, just keeps this. You got words for this? You know, when you just feel good on the inside and you feel strong and motivated and isn't it interesting how like we know those things are good for us, but somehow they get pushed to the back burner and forgotten about. And hey, hi Tish. But we know it's good for us, right? We know that doing the thing, whatever it is good for us, whether it's meditating, whether it is having more water, if it's having more you know, quality time with friends, or physical activity, or yoga, or you know, what is the holistic practice of this evolution of you that is your life? You know, what is it that supports the things that feel good for you? Because there's some mind fuckery that will say, you know, because usually when clients come to me, it's like they've gotten to the point where they know the thing is possible. They know the life experience is possible. They know that, you know, there's the thing in the way. There's something in the way, and it's usually themselves. The belief systems, or some of the unconscious habits, or a lot of the self-sabotaging stuff that's connected to beliefs around, you know, worthiness, or, you know, fears of being abandoned, if, you know, you're going to have, things are going to go great. And the funny thing is that what gets in the way are these, I mean, the stories will seem so logical. I mean, it'll just seem like, I don't know, it'll just be like, yeah, in a practical sense, like, I don't know, you know, this other thing is so important. this other thing is so important that I have to put it before taking care of what I need to do for me, or doing those things that I know support my soul, that support my energy, that when I've done these things for myself, I show up as a better person. I feel better. I feel more in flow. I feel more creative. I feel more expressive. I feel more tapped into love. And then from that space, you know that, you know, I mean, you know what happens when you're in that space, but what veers off? It is those, it's the underlying beliefs of, it's like, if it gets too good, right? There's so many different, you know, things. So see if any of these resonate with you, is that if it gets so good, it could be taken away. If it gets, you know, if things are easy, then maybe people, you know, will not like you anymore. Or if you're happy and thinner or richer, you'll be abandoned and your friends won't like you. Or it's too hard, or it has to be this way. In order for this to happen, it has to be this way. Right? So can you see like all of the ways that it's actually, those are like limitations. So take a look at, so the first thing that happens is that it's like you have the subconscious limitation that, you know, that's supported with all of these stories. And then behind that, and then you go beyond that, I should say. So it's like you have the inner stories, they're subconscious, you don't even know they're going on, but then you have the actions. And then based on the actions, right? So are you showing up for yourself? Are you doing the thing? Are you taking the scary, fearful action? You know, are you showing up on the live? Are you putting the class together? Or do you have stories about it, about, I don't know, maybe you're not enough, or it's not the right time, or it'll be too hard, or I don't know how, or I'm not worthy. That is where, when you can hear those stories come up, you know that is not like, so if you have the desire, but then you're hearing yourself say those things, I mean, that's coming from just like the stories, they're coming from the lack, fearful space, right? Because there's only fear or love. And so, you know, those things are coming from a fear space. So if you were to tap into love and just know that if it's within you, if it's the inspiration, if it's desire, it's totally possible. But what is it that you need to get out of the way or step up and do to come into alignment with the money, the love, the clarity on your mission, the joy in your life, the creativity, the confidence, right? You know, how I've built confidence to show up on these things, and it's not like, some fears come up sometimes too, and that's why sometimes I just have to go live. You know, I still get butterflies. I'm feeling really grounded right now because I just came back from this awesome gym workout. You know, just proof to me that that's part of my medicine, right? And so how my confidence comes, for example, was doing the thing that was scary anyway. So the reason I came on tonight is I was thinking about, like, so going back to the gym. So first of all, tonight I was going to a gym that I've never been to before. And so that was totally new. And then I was going and hadn't been in a while. And the funny thing is, this was hysterical. So last night, I had planned, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the 1 o'clock Zumba class. And then I check on and then I look up the schedule again, and I call and make sure there's room or whatever. And I realized that I had mentally prepared for the Zumba silver or gold. And that's for, like, you know, adults, maybe like, I don't know, senior citizens. And so it would be like, you know, it wouldn't be the ideal class for me. So it was just kind of funny how it was like interesting, because I personally like to go to the gym first thing in the morning. You know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon wasn't too bad. So I'm kind of playing with some things, but the thing is, I couldn't go to the 1 o'clock one. And I saw myself kind of even pushing things, like pushing, dragging. I got this phone call. Well, I did have to take care of it, but it was just interesting, the timing of it, how it got so close to the class, right? And then come to find out I couldn't even go to the class anyway. So what did I do? I committed to go into a different class. because I can go to the gym and I can do the Stairmaster or some kind of other cardio stuff, but I really wanted to have, for me, it's like the commitment of the class, the commitment to myself, the commitment to show up. And so to be getting back into the habit, I'm making commitments to myself, because once I start to get into the gym and get into the flow and what happens is those limiting stories, because this is hysterical, the limiting stories will start to die out, because my whole point is that going to the new gym, haven't gone for a while, I started to have stories about, I don't know, was I not going to be able to work out, or I was like feeling uncomfortable. It was like going to I could just feel some just energy like moving through me in regards to doing this new thing that's different, and just some interesting comfort stuff was coming up, but I kept coming through rather than letting any stories get in the way. Like, I made the commitment to myself. I know this is good for me. And so I took the actions and put things in place that would support me in doing the thing. Hey, Charlie. And so, but the stories still came up. I still heard them, but I still kept going. That's my point, is they still came up, but I didn't let them drive my decisions. I stay focused on what it is that I had committed to myself, what I had chosen. I know that moving my body feels really good, and it's really good for my spiritual practice, my soul, my life in general. And so what the funny part is, hey Jason, the funny part is like, as I'm in class, I'm jumping around. Now, it's been a while since I did some jumping and dancing, although I did dance a few weeks ago with my friends. But jumping for like 45 minutes started, like, the story starts to go through my mind that organs inside are getting disconnected, and like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't jump anymore, I'm in too much pain, and it's just like so interesting. Sure, I felt some discomfort, but it was like when I took my mind off of it, the pain went away. So it's just like interesting how these little things come in and they're not true. They're not. Yeah, it may feel really real. It may make a lot of sense that maybe you don't have the time or you don't have the money, or it's not the right time. Just choose and commit to yourself and follow through. Know that the fears are going to come up. Know that the stories are going to come up. Know that the insecurities are going to come up. But if it's within you, it's meant to come through you. And your work is to commit to yourself, to commit to your soul, to surrender, to allow what wants to move through you. Hey, Brett. Hey, Erica. So that's your piece. So these things are going to come up. It's about you moving through. It's about you. I'll tell you right now, when you choose for yourself, everything lines up. When you choose, it's like, I'm trying to think. I mean, there was something that I chose recently, and just like things fell into place. I mean, it happens so often for me sometimes that it's just, I don't know, I'd spend too much time just writing it all down. It's just, that's how I live in this like life of flow and choosing, and the things line up, the things show up. So true, Jason says. So choose, and then the things line up. And then where your work is in allowing, right? Getting out of the way, not listening to the stories, taking the steps that are inspired from within you. Soul doesn't need proof. Soul doesn't need to know what the next step is. Soul doesn't need to know that it's going to work out. Soul is coming through and saying, this thing is going to work out. You need to go do this. And then you got to follow through. Hey, Jackie, you made it. What's up? So you'll know that your mind is coming from a fearful space when it wants to know if it's going to work out, wants to know if you're going to be safe, wants to know if it's going to be an absolute success, wants to know exactly what the plan is. That's the ego. That's the fearful mind. That is the parasitic mind fuckery that essentially, you can be the master of. You can be the master of your own mindset, and then, in fact, be the master of your reality, master of your experiences, learning how to transverse and move through this soul human experience. So when those voices are coming in, you know that it's coming from the fearful space. It's not coming from the soul space. Do you understand? You see that differentiation? Does that make sense? Erica says she's so needed to hear this tonight. Jason says this has all been on my mind. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for confirming, because I came home from the gym and then I was like, I have to figure out dinner, and then this energy was like, no, you need to go and share this. So thank you for confirming. I'm glad you guys are here to hear it too. Thank you. You're very welcome. Hey, Anne, nice to see you. I mean, essentially I think I just summed it up. I mean, I can keep it like simple and then go get my dinner. I'm so glad to hear that this was beneficial and supportive of you. And so, you know, ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself, you know, what is the thing? What is the thing that I need? And it's not always going to be a direct correlation, right? So it's like my courage to go in to do the scary thing, go into the new gym and, you know, all of whatever, you know, doing the scary things like going to a dance or a drum circle for the first time. You know, you just like some of those things, you know, doing a live for the first time, going and doing a talk for the first time, you know, opening up an office, whatever, you know, like it's doing those things that build the strength and build the muscle, that when those, you know, fearful voices come in, that you have the strength to move through. Yeah. So Drew says, yes, so real. You're awesome, Kelly. Love your specific channel and vibe. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. Hey, Steph. Erica says, new job. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I feel like can I share? You just called yourself out a little bit, but Erica like manifested a new job. She shifted her vibration. She chose to have a session with me. And it's like, as soon as someone chooses to do work with me, I tell everybody, just watch. You've chosen, the work has already begun. You know, it's not about just, and I have goosebumps. It's like not about when we're on the phone call. It's about when you choose and when we connect in this energy. And then before we even connected, Erica got like the inspiration to check on an old past job. And then she ended up like really seeing how the current job was so toxic for her. So it's like she had shifted her energy pretty quickly before even meeting with me. And then we got to clear out some other stuff that was, you know, affecting her life. And then like she chose this new job, and now she's got this new job. I mean, it's like when you shift your vibration, it's like she can no longer stay at that toxic space anymore. And it started with choosing. Let's see, what else are my peeps saying? Drew says, I love peeps that pop up on Facebook. My fellow spirit workers, love to hear your day-to-day workings of the mind and thoughts and pushing through. Very helpful. Awesome. Thanks, Drew. I'm glad to see you. I like seeing you when you pop up on my page too. Melissa says, oh yeah, I know. Yes, Erica. Hey, Gary. Love the positivity. Hey, Jason. Glad to hear this from someone else besides the thoughts in my head. Awesome. Confirmation. Erica says, you are so talented and inspiring. Thank you. I just let me come through. I just let me be me. That is the work that I love to do with people, is that we get to, you know, we get to get some of the stuff out of the way that is in the way of like your natural self from coming through. I mean, it's so much harder to be something else or try to like hold yourself back than it is to just show up as you are. I mean, trust me, I'm still working on it. I'm consciously working on it. I'm wanting more of, and that's why I show up. I'm wanting more of my personality and my story and my day-to-day life to come through and to be, part of this awesome community of all of you that show up and watch my videos and talk and share and, and come inside of, the work that I do. And that's the thing, is that it's like, we've had it backwards. Like, I don't know about you, but I was almost like, you know, it reminds me, we've had to all see that meme. I almost started to type it up again today, is like, you know, like unfuck yourself, like be who you were before the world told you who you should be. Yeah. And actually I was starting to download the December group course, and that's what this is all about in December is, well, right now it's called, should I share it? Shit. It's called, what the hell is it called? Oh my God, it's on my computer. I don't know if this is a title or if I'm not supposed to share it. But the point is the next group, the energy that we're moving into is like really like letting your full self out. Like, oh, is it? Oh shoot, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you. Hold on, it's right here. Oh no, it's not, it's over here. It's gonna be in my newsletter anyway. I can't get in. I'm not supposed to tell you. So when it comes out, look on my page. We open the doors December 1st. But essentially my point is that, like, you know, unfuck your mind. Like, unfuck your mind. What does that mean? That means that these beliefs, which are just thoughts that you've told yourself and then set and thought over and over again, like, you know, question them. Question what you think is like true, like A has to happen before B. How about, because this is like what I'm all about, what's the end result? Like that's what's so funny is that in my work in corporate, I was at Blue Cross and Blue Shield for 12 years. I did business management. Oh no, what the hell did I do? I was a manager, I was a supervisor, a call center, claims department. I did business analyst, I did data analyst, I did some project management stuff. And one of the last big projects that I worked on was, you know, getting the mailing, the claims, the letters, the stuff that came into the company, all of the, like I said, claims, letters, customer service stuff, explanation of benefits, to be processed from the doctors and move through all of the different systems, not only in Connecticut, but across Connecticut, Maine, New York, and Massachusetts, maybe? I don't know. It's been like a lot of years. So my point is that naturally my brain works, you know, here's where you are, this is where you want to be. And then with the help of my connection and me being able to read people's energies and their field, connecting to see how, all right, what's your fastest way through? I mean, and that's what I can do in the groups too, is like from the collective consciousness, like, okay, what's going on? What's the way through? And as we're moving into December, it's like, you know what? Like, let's not wait till January 1st to be the most awesome selves. Let's not wait until January 1st to be doing the damn thing that we said we're want to be doing for the last 3 months, 5 months, a year, 10 years. If you're having a desire that is coming through you and you get excited about it and you go to take the action, but then all the stories come up, you're getting in your own fucking way. It's you, like you're the one in the way. But I get it. I totally get it, because it's our mindfuckery. It's our programming. It's the secondary benefits to some of these ways that you hold yourself back. A benefit of to not get abandoned, a benefit to still belong. But you know what is happening is that you're holding yourself back to where you don't want to go based on like some false beliefs. Because what I'll tell you right now is that when you step up, when you expand, when you let your full self come through, when you let your freak flag fly, your tribe shows up. The people who love you will show up. Like, you're never going to be abandoned unless you decide that that's what you want to do. And if you're feeling abandoned and isolated and alone right now, it's because your peeps can't find you. You've got to come through. You've got to drop all of the rules. You've got to drop the roles, the facades, and who you think you are, and let yourself come through. Oh my God. Can you guys feel this coming through? It feels so good, and I'm so wildly passionate about it. And so if you want some of this energy, I'm gonna be December 1st, the new group opens. Yes, this is fire. Amen, Drew says. Yes. Mic drop. No mic. This is the energy we're going into for December. I'd love for you to be a part of the group. If you're feeling like, you know what, I want to dive in, I want some intimate, like direct, raw and real guidance from me one-on-one, send me a message and let me know what you're ready for. This is not, I don't let everybody into the private work. If you're, wanting to dip your toes in, not sure, just starting out, whatever, come into the group. But I'll tell you, this energy, here's the thing is that, astrology can tell you what's going on with the stars, right? And then you can understand how it's affecting you energetically. Like what I do is I go direct. I go right to the energy. Okay. And then how do you move through it? And how do you move through it? And how do you move through it? This work isn't, especially the private work that I do with clients, is that it's tailored to what your experience is and where you are on your journey and where it is that you want to go. There would maybe similarities, but I will say something very different for one client than I will another, because I'm connecting to each of souls, and you've got to do the thing that you've got to do your way because of your background and what you're here to do and how you're here to be an expression. So it is so much about you being your authentic self, coming through, shining through, and, having the support of dismantling those limiting belief systems, of unfucking your mind, of just just truly claiming who you really are. Because I'll tell you, that's the work. Is like claiming who you really are and moving forward with it. Like I said, ask yourself, how many times do you step 5 steps forward and go 7 steps back, 3 steps forward and 5 steps back, right? It's because you haven't, expanded your energetic vibration. You're trying to pull forward, freaking backpack or luggage from your past that you may not even be consciously aware of, because there's some liminal attachments or fears, hidden within. So it's all possible to let that go. Your opportunity is to carve out what it is that, where you're going moving forward, and choosing for yourself. Joan says, trying to watch this, but it's a spiral of doom. Not sure what you're saying, Joan. Hey, Karina, nice to see you. So I don't know if you can share more, Joan, of what you're saying. So the thing is that the opportunity for you is for you to get out of your own way. Replay for, I don't know. Tell me what, it's a spiral of doom. I'll have to watch it. All I know is I'm allowing whatever's coming through to come through. I don't even hear what I'm saying half of the time until I come back and watch the replay. So where was I at was that the opportunity is for you to be the master of your mindset, to not let the voices get in your way, to release the attachments to any limitations so that you will belong, or so that others will accept you, or that you won't be see, now I get distracted with the comments. So the point is that, oh, I was talking about astrology. So yes, energy, astrology, and here's the thing is that the mind fuckery and the programming is that we've been taught that the thing is outside of ourselves and it's really within. And we have to pay attention to what's going on within. What are the stories that we're telling ourselves? And what is it that we really want, and boldly choose? I'll tell you right now that when you boldly choose, everything that is not in alignment with that choice, with that soul desire, with that soul inspiration, is going to come to the surface. It's up to you to not listen to it. It's up to you to keep moving forward. It's up to you to allow what comes up to move through you and not push it down anymore, so that it's not running in your background subconscious. You are unlimited in the experiences that you have. It's like, I'll leave you with this, is that what is the, for you to really take a look is like, what is my medicine for me that I just always feel better? Is it a bath? Is it making sure I get physical activity? Is it making sure I drink enough water? Is it spending time journaling? Is it connecting with my heart in the morning before I get out of bed? These things do not have to take a long period of time, but we take care of our cars, we bring it in for maintenance, right? We make sure the roof over our head doesn't have leaks in it. But what about your soul? What about your spirit? What about your physical being? Right? Because all of the things outside of you aren't going to be fucking worth it or matter if you can't be enjoying it to your fullest. And guess what? Super secret, you got to be in the vibration of enjoyment and pleasure in order to be a vibrational match to it in the first place. You can't be Debbie Downer thinking you're going to attract the love of your life, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Who